Suzanne's Paparazzi Jewelry, 24/7 shopping available. 160920 is the code. Show her some love, like she showed us. K&A Custom Crafts on Facebook.
Hello and welcome to another edition of C2C Rankem. I'm the host, Big B, along with my prime ooze, Tim Hendricks. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. I don't know about there, but it's freezing damn cold here.
Well, you know the Midwest. It's cold up here. The sun tries to pop out, but it's cold. And, you know, we missed last week because of the holidays here. It was a Thanksgiving. Just couldn't line up a time. But, Tim, I hope you had a good week. I know you over there not celebrate Thanksgiving, but, you know, over here we had a great time. And, you know, so let's get on with it. So, again, we're bringing you – well, we're running out of states, Tim, so we might have to think of another fun list to do regarding states. But weird laws. We got 8 this week. Trying to give you guys a little extra, and then we got a little ranking of top historical landmarks or landmarks you need to check out. So let's get going. Tim, we'll start with South Carolina. So.
You were smart. You started right at the top, and I'm just kept walking down the page.
So, all right. So, how many do you think we're going to get out of this one, Tim? There are some doozies ones, I can tell you that.
There's some tough ones.
Or weird ones.
Three, maybe. You're 3. Yeah, 3.
Yeah, I could see 3 being a good one. So let's go ahead and why don't you kick it off? You're number 5.
Well, my number 5. You know, you got public works for a reason, and they're supposed to do things that help you when you're in trouble. You know, the first responders and things of that nature. And you kind of don't expect. Why that this is this has to be a warning? And this one kind of blows my mind. You know, you kind of think about it and you go, why would they do that? My number 5, the fire department may blow up your house. I'm like,
I missed that one.
And it's like, okay, I get their house might blow up, so. In order for them to, I'm guessing, in order for them to not have liability, they may blow up your house. I'm like, why? Why? I don't get it. I honestly don't get it.
All right, my number 5. Again, I don't get it because I feel that automobiles have a thing called a horn to do this, but I don't know. But anyways, when approaching a 4-way or a blind intersection in a non-horse vehicle, you must stop 100 feet away from said intersection and disengage your firearm in the air to warn horses.
Okay. I saw that one, and I'm thinking, but okay, I know isn't it? First of all, isn't it illegal? And this might not be one of those states, but isn't it illegal to discharge a firearm in the air inside city limits anyway?
I would assume so, but again, most cars have a horn. I mean,
I'd use the horn.
Yeah, exactly. All right, you're number 4.
All right, I'll be honest. I've done this.
Uh-oh.
And I've been in South Carolina, but I haven't been in a park in South Carolina.
Uh-oh.
So I know I've never done this in South Carolina.
Sorry.
I honestly, what do you make, a cappuccino?
No, just the highlights. Yeah. But anyways, go ahead.
But I'd have to ask my brother. I should have asked my brother last night because he lived in North Carolina, and I don't know how many times he went to
I've lived
Myrtle
in North
Beach.
Carolina too.
Huh?
I've lived in North Carolina too for a little
Where
bit.
at? Where my brother lived in
Right on the army base. My stepdad at the
Cherry
time.
Hill. Over at,
I can't remember which one. It was the summer of 85, 86, I think it was.
Ryan was stationed in North Carolina. He was
Okay.
stationed in Camp Lejeune, right outside of Jacksonville. Right outside Jacksonville, North Carolina. But I know kids do this in waters. I don't know if they do it in parks, but it's illegal to urinate in the waters of any South Carolina parks.
Yeah, I think as a kids we've done that one quite a few times.
I think there's some adults in South Carolina now that still do it.
Oh, probably. So, all right, my number. Oh, this honestly should be number one, I think. But we play games. We play.
A lot.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm looking at my number one. Okay. So you're talking about firing off things and blowing up stuff. In South Carolina, you must have a permit obtained to fire a missile.
Yeah. I
mean, granted, okay, I get it. Okay, yeah, I get it. But where would you buy a missile that you would need to? Would you need a permit?
Actually, the funny thing is, we just talked about it. Because you live near you live near the Army base. My brother lived on the Marine base. My cousin is actually the general on that Marine base, which is really funny. So yeah, you could get it, but I would think you'd have more problems with the United States government.
Exactly. You're number 3.
Oh, why? You started it early. You started early. It's not C2C unless we're sniping. And your number 4 is my number 3. When you said it had to be number 1, I'm thinking, yeah, my number 3 should have been number 1. But yeah, I understood that too. I'm like, where? I thought legitimately, what are they constituting as a missile too? So,
well, yeah, that too. I mean,
because you could consider, because Tennessee is right next door to South Carolina, and you can get little fireworks that look like missiles. And yeah, I completely understand.
Nope. So I got the first snipe of the night. All right. Number 3 for me. This one, I live next to a lot of them. They can be loud, but I don't know how they would enforce this. But railroad companies may be held liable for startling horses.
I've my first week in Italy. Yeah, I've lived. My first time I visited Italy, I lived next to the train. I stayed next to the train. So yeah, those things can be loud.
They can be.
I don't know. I don't know how they do it. I don't see too many horse farms that are next to the to the train stations and train tracks now here, but it's possible. But
you're number 2.
Could you see the crap that had? Wow, that's crazy. Well, since you brought up horses, mine's not about trains and horses, but I saw yours and I agree with yours. I know there's a lot of farms that use bathtubs to water and feed their horses.
Yep.
But in South Carolina, horses may not be kept in those said bathtubs.
Yep. I like that one.
How much do you like that one?
At number 2. Yes, I saw that one too, and I'm like, who's keeping a horse in a tub? Because I know the tubs ain't that big to keep a horse in, but
and horses are big.
Yeah. So you're number one.
Oh, I saw this and I went, my brother, not my brother would be in trouble. I would be in trouble. My wife would be in trouble. My sister would be in trouble. I've got a couple
Uh-oh.
aunts and uncles that might be in trouble. Um, as long as we didn't get the said thing would get in trouble for in South Carolina.
Okay.
I have three of them, and I did not get them in South Carolina. My brother has five of them.
Ooh.
Got one in North Carolina.
Ooh.
Nothing illegal outside of South Carolina have done. We always made this joke because I worked at a stereo shop and we sold under lights for under cars.
Yep.
We always made the comment, well, it's illegal. It's legal for us to sell them and it's legal for us to install them, but it's not illegal. But it's not legal for you to have them on while you're driving.
Yeah.
But we have to tell them that. But the funny thing is, if you get a tattoo in the state of South Carolina, it's illegal.
I saw that one and I first thought of you because I thought you had some, but I know other people have a bunch of them, but I'm just like, yeah, that doesn't make sense. So I liked it, but I didn't put it on there. But my number one, and I know we've played them. I know we played them under the age of 18. I know I still see kids playing them now, but South Carolina, you must be 18 years of age to play a pinball machine.
I saw that one and I understood why.
Oh, gambling, yeah.
Yeah, that's the reason why. But yeah, I saw that too. And I think there's another state on our list.
There's another state we did it too. But
there was another state on this.
Oh,
group.
was there?
Yeah, but you couldn't be under the age of 16.
Yeah.
I
understand the gambling purposes, but it's just like it's a pinball machine.
Yeah, but the thing is,
literally, you can gamble on everything.
You can gamble on how close you get a penny to a wall at this point, but you're not
exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, so we start 2 for 5. Not too bad. In sniping, I got the first. You got the next one. So I will move over, and you know what? Let's do Delaware. We'll come back around.
Come back around.
Yeah. So we'll go up to Delaware. Another, all these ones had good ones. It's gonna be tough, but man, I go with the safe 3. I think I don't. There were some good ones.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see 3.
Yeah. All right, so I'll start. My number 5. I love watching TV shows about pawning stuff, Pawn Stars and all that stuff. But in Delaware, pawnbrokers cannot accept a wheelchair or a fake leg or arm as a payment or a pawn.
I saw that one. I'm thinking, think about it. If they got away with buying it, think about if there's a pawnbroker bought one. Who in the world is going to buy it?
I mean, a wheelchair I can see. Okay, you go and need a wheelchair quick and sit there. But yeah, I mean, unless you're doing some kind of sick decoration for Halloween or something, I mean, there's no need for a fake leg or arm.
God, yeah, I saw that one. I was like, oh, okay.
All right. You're number 5.
Back in the day, I might have done this because I was a person who sometimes I didn't back down from a challenge. I never found the right person to actually to play this prank. But then again, it's amazing. But then again, I saw this and I'm like, wow, this is an easy excuse. It really is an easy excuse for a guy or a girl, for that matter, to have this happen. This is amazing. I wish people in Delaware did this a lot. And if not, I hope there are people in Delaware that are married that will and they're not happy, to take my words to advice. In Delaware, if you get married on a dare, you are legally allowed to get an annulment. So,
Why would you dare somebody? I mean,
first of all, why would you dare him? Exactly. Why would
why
you dare
would you accept the dare?
Yeah, and accept the dare. That's the thing. But the funny thing is, there's no time limit on when this is. You
Nope.
could get divorced and say, no, I did this on a dare. As long as you find a buddy saying, yeah, I did it on a dare, you can get an annulment. I'm like, that's amazing. That's an instant out.
My number 4. We like relaxing and maybe doze off here and there. But in Raybosh Beach Boardwalk, you cannot pretend to be asleep on the bench.
I saw that one.
I mean, normally I get, but I don't know how you can pretend sleeping. I mean, I guess just close your eyes.
Yeah, but here's the funny thing is,
I mean, we need to ask Dave Messeron. He knows how to sleep. So,
well, yeah, and the funny thing is, and the hilarious thing is, the only way to beat that ticket is to wake up and say, "What did you wake me up for?"
Yeah, exactly. What did you wake me up for?
It's really hard to defend. It's really hard to enforce that law.
All right. Yep. You're number 4.
This is remember back when we started this first episodes of this season, you started counting.
Yep.
I legitimately think this is starting to become payback. Because it's not C2C if you're not sniping.
I got you again.
My number 4 is your number 4. And I legitimately thought that. I'm thinking, boy, those homeless people, most of those people that don't want to be bothered, they pretend to be asleep. And these guys, oh, wow, that's so terrible. I've never been to Delaware. I'll be honest, but I don't go to boardwalks to pretend to fall asleep. If I'm going to a boardwalk to fall asleep, I'm going to sleep.
Well, yeah, and I'm going to buy a Park Place on the way there. So
yeah, exactly.
All right, so my number 3. Like we said, it's not C2C unless you're sniping. My number 3 is your number 5. Again, I don't know why you would. Well, I can see why you would dare, but I don't know why you would accept the dare unless the payout was pretty nice. But yeah, can't, if you get married on a dare, you can legally get it annulled. So I don't know. You're number 3.
That was hilarious when I read that.
That was a funny one.
That was amazing. So you remember back home in Quinnipiac, they had a drive-in movie theater, right?
Yep.
Did you know that? It's not too far away. Matter of fact, it's not too far away from the new movie theater. Well, it was new. Okay, people in Iron Mountain, if people in Iron Mountain watches going, or Kingsford and going, the one in Quinnipiac, that's not old. No, it was new. It was new back in the day, back when we both lived there. Oh my God, it'd be so brilliant if it happened. I read this and I thought this is great. I want to see somebody break this law in Delaware, because and the thing is, it'd be everybody in the 3-county radius would be able to see it from the drive-in movie theater, which is hilarious. But the funny thing is, I've seen an R-rated movie at a drive-in theater. But my number 3 is there no R-rated or X-rated. That's the one I want to see. That's the one I want to see at a drive-in movie theater. No R-rated or X-rated movies may be shown at a drive-in movie theater. Sorry.
Yeah, that might be something we can discuss on 4 Bros. I mean, yeah, I saw that one too. I thought about putting it up there, but my number 2. I don't know why it's just specifically this, but on Good Friday and Easter Sunday, you could not have any horse racing.
Is there horse racing in Delaware?
Well, there must be, because you can't do it on Good Friday or Easter Sunday.
But okay.
You could
You can do it on Palm Sunday, which doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but you could do. I mean, you could drag race, you could auto race, you could
Oh yeah, it's at Dover
llama
Downs.
racing. It's just horse racing. So
Yeah, it's Dover Downs. I keep forgetting that Dover Downs is right there. Yeah.
yeah.
Um,
So all right,
I
you're
saw
number
that.
2.
I think it's because the fact is you can't gamble on Good Friday and Easter
Probably.
Sunday.
I don't know.
It's got to be a gambling thing.
Oh, probably.
First of all, I'm trying to figure my number 2. I'm trying to figure out who's going to the beach on in Delaware, because that's a little. I think latitudinally, I think it's a little further north than Michigan and Wisconsin, and it's close to Canada. And I want to know where they get sand. This is really going to be the thing that really blows my mind. And whoever wrote this law must have had a bad day. Must have seriously had a bad day. If you have sand in your swimsuit, you cannot change in your car or a public restroom. Who pissed in his Cheerios? That's all I got to say.
Yeah, I know. I saw that one too and kind of laughed at it. So my number 1. Okay, so a lot of states, you can't do a lot of things on Sunday, and just like in Delaware, you can't do a lot of things, but you can do one thing. You can hunt on Sundays for foxes only with a dog.
Why Sundays?
I don't know. And you can only have a dog with you.
Yeah, that's the. I wouldn't. Why?
All right, you're number 1.
It doesn't make any sense. Only on Sundays.
Oh, does it?
All right, my number 1. Well, it's not C2C unless we're sniping. I liked your number 5 so much that I had to put it number 1.
Yeah, I thought I thought about it, so I got you on that one too. So, but yeah, I thought about moving it up too, but I thought that'd be a good way to kick off Delaware. So
we got 3.
Oh, we got our 3.
We got 3, and we sniped each other.
Well, yeah, that's the way yeah.
3 times we sniped each other 3 times on all 3 of them.
Yeah. So
yeah.
All right. So let's go let's go over to the Midwest, and let's go Ohio. So let's go to Ohio. This one again was I don't know. I mean, safe is going to go 3. I mean, but there's some goodies.
This is Ohio, and we'd like to for all of those people who are Michigan fans, they're going to be really happy right now that we're going to just pile on Ohio after that. Michigan
yeah, there's some weird laws there, so I'm going to say 3.
I'm 3 sounds okay. I think 3's good.
All right, well, kick it off.
All right.
Ohio for all those Michigan people watching.
All right. I thought this was hilarious when I saw it. I'm thinking, why you really need a license for this? This blew my mind. And the fact is, everywhere else in the city, you don't need a license, but you're 160 feet from a church. Why 160 feet from a church that this is important that you need a license for this? My question is, are you getting the license from the county? Are you getting license from the city or the state? Or the church, because that screws me up. That's weird, but it's illegal to kill a housefly within 160 feet of a church without a license.
Wow, I missed that one, but and again, who's going to enforce that?
Somebody who went to Ohio State,
I guess.
I've got a friend in Ohio State. That went to Ohio State. I'm kind of hoping he's watching. Not maybe.
All right, my number 5. It's nice and quiet, peaceful. Dogs cannot disturb the peace.
Oh, them. Oh, yeah, I could Oh. I like that law.
Well, I do
love-
too, but that's just funny how you can get in trouble if your dog barks and disrupts the peace.
Who gets that ticket? The dog or the?
Yeah, exactly.
And what if the dog? What if the dog is a wild dog? Is a mongrel? He runs around. Who gets that ticket?
Yep, exactly. You're number 4.
All right. I think we've had this. Matter of fact, I think we had this in Mississippi. I think from the same city, if I'm not mistaken. You and I would be. We would be. We've done this a couple times, good 100 times at this point.
Okay.
I know we would get we'd get talked to. My brother's done this. Matt Barzak has done this in a city called Escanaba. But in this town, it's called Oxford. If I'm not mistaken, the town was Oxford, Mississippi, too, which is really weird that it was in Oxford, Ohio. In Oxford, Ohio, it's illegal to drive around the town square more than 100 times in a single session.
Yeah.
There's a whole Tri-County area up in Escanaba between Delta, Menominee, and Dickinson County that would be arrested.
Yep. Yeah, because wasn't the route from McDonald's around the park area that backed down and then every so often you stopped at McDonald's? Yeah.
Yep.
All right, my number 4. I know there's a lot of things you could cheat at game wise, and I never thought I would say this and why we have to have a law, and I kind of want to figure out how you could do this, but you cannot cheat in bingo. It's against the law.
How can you cheat at bingo?
Exactly. I don't know.
It's got to be darn near impossible.
Well, the only thing is unless you're in cahoots with the bingo caller.
Except, the caller, but most of those people aren't, and then you should be winning all the time.
Yeah, exactly. So, you could tick off a lot of old ladies if you cheat at bingo.
Oh, yeah. And don't be loud. Don't be loud at bingo because the old ladies will look at you like, I'm going to kill some person's grandchild.
Oh, yeah.
Smokes. They don't like that at all.
Yep. You're number 3.
My number 3. I don't know anybody who has a pet duck. The funny thing is, I've had family members who have had pet pigs, pet raccoons. I think a pet fox at one point, but I don't ever think a pet duck. But in McDonald's. Not in McDonald's, in a town called McDonald. Like in McDonald's, this would be even funnier. In Ohio, in McDonald, it's a city in Ohio, not the restaurant. You may not parade your duck down Ohio Avenue, but every other road, it's perfectly okay.
God. All right, my number 3 again. I don't know why, but if you're riding horses, you can't ride a horse in a park or in swimming areas.
Really?
They claim safety reasons, but
they claim safety reasons.
Yeah.
For what? The horse?
I don't know. You're number 2.
Well, doesn't look like we're getting 3.
3 is out. 3 is out.
Three's
But
out.
hey, we're having fun bashing Ohio. So
Right. Ohio's great. If we can go 0 for 5 against Ohio, I think Michigan people will be really happy.
Yep.
Jim Tressel's from Youngstown, right?
No, I did not know that.
Yeah, he's the former head coach at Ohio State. Who he coached at Youngstown State, but he was originally from Youngstown. And did you know that he originally wanted to recruit Maurice Claret, who was from Youngstown, to go to Youngstown State? Okay, I didn't think this needed to be a law. I think this should have been common sense. But in Youngstown, maybe this is the reason why Ohio State hired Jim Tressel and recruited Maurice Claret. It is illegal to ride on the roof of a taxi cab in Youngstown. I'm like, okay, I understand that, but Youngstown. But the thing is, here's the screwed up thing: is I think people have done that. I think people have done it and got caught on camera because I think Youngstown State has won. I think they've won national championships at the Division II level with Jim Tressel, if I'm not mistaken. And I think I've seen people on the roof of a car, on roofs of cabs, riding on the roofs of
Get a
cabs.
couple liquid beverages in them, and
yeah. I think I've been on a roof of a cab before, but not in Youngstown.
All right, my number 2. Again, I don't know why. I don't even know why you would even need this, but you go shopping a lot. I go shopping a lot. But in Ohio, shopping carts must have an ID tag on them. Are they afraid people are going to steal them? And
that's the reason why. That's the reason why they make you pay for them sometimes.
Yeah, Aldi's here. We have to throw a quarter in.
You guys got Aldi's. We got all these grocery stores. Not all these, but all these. All our grocery stores, you need to pay for grocery cards.
I don't know why more companies don't do that. I mean, it makes sense.
I don't know, but think about it. Think about it. It's cheap. You pay what? What?
You get your quarter back. Well, we get our quarter back at Aldi.
Keep it. You bought a shopping cart for a quarter. What are they going to do? Tell you that you stole the shopping cart? No, I paid a quarter for it.
Yep, exactly. All right, you're number 1.
I've been to Cleveland, so I know I've been to Cleveland for a football game. Not to play in it, but to watch one. But I didn't realize you needed a license for this. And not just any license, a hunting license. This tells you everything you need to know about the city of Cleveland right here. In Cleveland, it's illegal to catch mice without a hunting permit.
What?
So who's enforcing that law?
Well,
so who's going in and checking to see if you've got a hunting license when you dispose?
Is there a limit?
I didn't say it. Just what are they? And is it illegal to shoot them? What without a hunting license?
You got to shoot them with a BB gun or a bow and arrow. I mean,
22. What the heck? When I saw it, I'm like, are you kidding me? Who's really? And the funny thing is, the little caption on there saying, "Have you ever caught one with a hunting license?"
Yeah. All right. So my number 1, I don't know, but common pigeons is declared a nuisance and will not get the same protection as other birds.
Jeez. My wife would love that place. She hates birds. She hates birds, period. But she really hates pigeons. Oh wow! Yeah. But the funny thing is, you started that off with common pigeons. What are the uncommon pigeons?
I know, that's what it said. Common pigeons. I don't know. All right. So big opener for Ohio. So
and Michigan. And Michigan fans are standing up going, bravo, guys. You did exactly what you're supposed to do.
Yep, exactly. All right, so let's go to Wyoming. Got 5. Man,
oof.
There's some good ones.
Let me make sure I got a 5th one. Okay. Whew.
Yeah, I'll there's so many good ones. I'm going to go 2. I'm going to be a little soft on this one. I'm going 2.
You're going to be a little soft. That's another discussion for 4 bros. For some period of time. Go ahead. 2. Oh wow. Oh yeah, 2. I think 2 is going to be iffy.
Possibly there were some good ones.
There were some great ones. But okay, I'll give you. I'll go with you. I'll go with you on this list 2.
All right, my number 5. I'll start. Sorry, ladies. I'm going to pick on you a little bit here. But in Wyoming, it is illegal for a woman to stand within 5 feet of a bar while drinking.
Oh, you pissed off women in Michigan left and right.
Yep, I know.
I've worked in enough bars to know that won't fly in Michigan.
Well, heck, when you drive by, what do they do? They're outside drinking in front of the bar, having a cigarette. You know?
Yeah.
So, yeah. You're number 5.
I like that one though. That was good. I'm sorry, but I have been this close to breaking this law.
Uh-oh.
There's this little town in where are we in Wyoming? I want to
Yep.
make sure that we're doing this right. Yeah, because this should be illegal in every country, in every state. But there's a little town in Wyoming called Newcastle. I don't know where Newcastle is, but first of all, if you're in one of these and you need to keep warm, I would suggest you doing this, especially if you can't get out of one of these nice cold compartments, especially in a restaurant, because they're not doing this in a deep freeze. In Newcastle, it's illegal to have sex in a freezer. First of all, that should be common sense.
Yeah, another topic for 4 bros. All right, my number 4. I don't know who's going to force this one and what the fine would be, but it is illegal for any person to forget to close a fence or a gate.
I like that one. And I can actually, that's easier to enforce than you think it is.
Well, possibly. I mean,
well, the thing is, you got to remember, there's a lot of farms in Wyoming.
Yeah, that is true.
But are you gonna find the 10-year-old who forgot to close the gate when you come home from school?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's a 750. And did you say how much the fine was? Because
I did not say how much it was.
Okay, well, I'll tell you later. My number 4.
All right, you're number 4.
My number 4. I didn't think this was needed to have a law, but obviously it does. And the fact is, you like to fish. I believe you like to fish.
Well, I'm not a big fisherman, but
but you go there to relax. You basically just go and drown worms and just drink some beer. That's what most people do. Most guys do, at least. I guess in Wyoming they must have bigger problems with people taking guns to go out fishing. No person shall take, wound, or destroy any part of any fish with the use of a firearm. Okay, are there just out of curiosity? If you wound a fish, is he coming back to sue you? Is he coming back to sue for pain and suffering? Because I get it. I get having a so okay. I'm going to bring up a scenario to you. There's bears. There's bears in Wyoming, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would suggest I would think there was, because that's all I've ever seen is forest. I've never seen anything bigger than that. So what? Okay, if you happen to shoot a bear to protect yourself, and you hit a fish, you just broke the law. It's crazy.
But yeah, I will. C2C. I saw that one too, and my number 3 is can't. I guess it'd be the same thing. Fish with a firearm.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's my number 3. I mean, it's hard to fish with a fishing pole. How are you going to shoot one?
Yeah.
So, all right, you're number 3.
Well, here's we're going to start sounding like a broken record here in a second. It's not C2C unless we're sniping.
Oh.
Now I will tell you exactly how much the fine is.
Oh, you did find it.
My number 3 is your number 4. The fine is $750.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, let that 10-year-old kid get that ticket.
Yeah, the kid's gonna have to sell his Xbox S and his Xbox Series S and his PS5, and then he's paid his ticket.
Yeah, exactly. All right, my number 2, Tim. You're actually wearing one right now, and that's your hat.
Oh dear.
I don't think it would cause too much problem, but in Wyoming, it is illegal to wear any type of hat that is obstructed to people's views at an amusement park or theater.
Yeah, I'm pretty safe. Think about there's nobody behind me. Like, oh,
Yeah,
that'd be pretty bad.
yeah. You're number 2.
Where we're just sniping all over the place.
Ooh, I got you again.
It's not C2C unless we're sniping. My number 2 is your number 5.
Oh,
I know at least 1,000 women that would be upset that they can't stand next 5 feet from the bar while drinking. They would lose their ever loving mind.
outside the bar, yeah. So, oh yeah. I mean, we know how it was in Michigan. So, all right, my number 1, and I know, I believe, they brand the horse in some way to know that who the owner is.
Right.
But in Wyoming, it is illegal to tattoo a horse.
What? That's just pain and suffering. That's just inhumane. PETA would lose their mind. I know how much those things can hurt. I don't
That's the whole thing too. I mean, yeah, I don't know, but yeah, it's illegal to tattoo a horse.
Wow.
All right, you're number 1.
Like I said, I actually enjoy getting tattooed. That's just me. Well, my number 1. I don't understand why this is illegal and why you need a permit to be on. It blows me away.
Well, the permit ones are the funniest ones, but yeah, go ahead.
The permit ones, yeah. I can understand a little. No, I can't understand this, and it's only for 4 months out of the year.
Okay.
So it's like between January and April.
Okay.
You are not allowed to take a picture of a rabbit from the months of January to April without an official permit. Why? I think that's the question. Is it?
Well,
are they
okay. So yeah, the question is why. Second of all, let's say you took a picture, you thought it was pretty nice, you're gonna hang it on the wall. Someone comes over and goes, "Well, when did you take that picture?" "Well, I took it like February 14th or whatever." "Well, I gotta turn you in because did you get a permit?" I mean,
Easter. They're taking Easter bunny, and next thing you know, snap. It's like, what the?
Yep.
Okay. So people from Wyoming, if you ever find people from Wyoming on your Facebook page and they don't post pictures of rabbits between January and April, that's why.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so we got 3.
Got 3.
So, all right, so let's go down to a warm state since we talk about all the cold and before the show. Let's go to Arizona. So this will, I don't know. There's some very good ones, but
holy smoke!
Part of me, I could see us getting 4, maybe 5, but there's a couple ones I'm like, oh, he's put this one on here, so I'm going to go say 3.
I think 3 is pretty safe. Arizona. Let's just say Arizona didn't disappoint.
No, it didn't. So, all right, why don't you kick it off?
My number 5. This is just hilarious. Another fact is that you think you're doing a service for the police. You think, because if people go to prison for selling real drugs, they should go to prison, right? People selling drugs. Not in Arizona. They might go. They still may go to prison for selling drugs, but you can go to prison for selling fake drugs in Arizona.
I missed that one.
I saw that. I'm going, are you kidding me? It's like, okay, I get it, but it's like you go to a judge and you explain, but I didn't sell them drugs. I sold them fake stuff. And it's like, no, it's a law in Arizona that you can go to prison for selling fake drugs. Are you kidding me? There isn't a jury in the world that's going to convict that guy.
No. Wow. All right, my number 5, kind of ironic because of what the animal is. We know that they like to play in this stuff, kind of eat it. But in Arizona, you must keep garbage away from the pigs.
I saw that one. The thing is, most people feed their garbage to the pigs. At least their food garbage. It's the
Yeah,
goats,
well, exactly. The food garbage, but yeah.
but it's the goats that get into the regular garbage.
Yeah. All right, you're number 4.
I didn't realize this was a problem in Arizona. Most of the Arizona is a desert anyway, so I kind of figured, but I didn't. I've never been to Arizona. I've been to Nevada, but I haven't been to Arizona. People look at you going crazy, going, "Wait, you've been to Arizona? You've been to Nevada, but not to Arizona?" Yeah, I flew to Nevada. I didn't realize these animals were in Arizona to make this such a big, big problem. But it's illegal to hunt camels in Arizona. First of all, who's letting them out? Second of all, are they native to Arizona? And if so, are they that wild that they have to be put down like deer?
Wow. All right. So my number 4, you can get 25 years if you cut
Holy
down
hell.
a cactus without a permit.
Holy hell. Wow, I didn't see that one.
Yeah. Senaguru, I don't know. I can't pronounce it, but yeah. You're number 3.
My number 3. I still can't believe this is actually a law. I think this is just more to be safe. I think this is more safe to be safe for the neighbors around them.
Uh-oh.
And because this is going to come out very sexist here in a very second. So, or it'll make the house seem like it's the house of ill repute, like it's a brothel. But in Maricopa County, now, if anybody knows about Maricopa County in Arizona, that's not a place you want to stay because they've got an outdoor prison in Maricopa County.
Okay.
That's a bad place to stay. That's much like Dickinson County. You go on vacation, leave on probation. But it is illegal for more than 6 women to live in one house in Maricopa County. I think the neighbors are just going to be really, really happy that they don't have to live next to 7 or more women.
Yeah, especially around that time.
Because they're all synced all at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I like that one so much that my number 3 is your number 3. Yeah. Now let's put out there because I didn't read it. If they're family members, it's okay, but it's 7.
Oh, I didn't read that.
Yeah.
I didn't read that part at all. Holy smokes!
Yeah. So if it's unrelated, 7 women cannot live together.
That's bad. That's worse yet. That's worse yet. Holy heck!
Oh, exactly. You're number 2.
My number 2. My wife told me a couple months back that I would look really good with wearing these, and it'd help me to hold my pants up a lot better than a belt because for some reason my belts don't want to hold anything up, right? So she's like, she wants to find a pair of suspenders. Thank God I don't live in Arizona.
Uh-oh.
Because it's illegal to wear suspenders.
Really? Wow.
I don't know why. I have no clue. I've wore suspenders. I like suspenders. I just don't know why it's illegal.
Yep. So, yeah, that's weird. So, all right. My number 2, we talked about racing a few times. The most areas street racing is illegal, but in Arizona, as long as you get the landowner's permission or officials to approve it, you can go ahead and have a car drag race in the streets.
Wait. First of all, you're not getting that permission because the property owners, you know who the property owners of the streets are, right? the county and the state
Yeah.
and the city. So they're not going to give them.
Well, that's a lot. If you could get the landowner, the officials' approval, you could go ahead and drag race.
I think Street Outlaws takes place in Arizona. I'm not
I
sure.
don't know. You're number one.
That's funny. That's hilarious because I would, if I could do that, I would do it. I brought it up earlier that Arizona's a lot of desert,
Okay.
and and Arizona's hot.
Yeah.
It's really hot. Matter of fact, I think the hottest temperature in the United States is from Arizona. I think Death Valley.
Oh yeah, most likely Death
in
Valley.
Death Valley in
Yeah.
Arizona, and we're not. And for these SEC fans, we're not talking about Death Valley in Auburn. We're talking
Yeah.
Death Valley in Arizona, which is a whole different type of hell. And it would just be common courtesy if you see somebody hot and somebody warm and sweating to give them a cup of water, something to drink. It is illegal in Arizona to refuse someone a cup of water. So if someone asks you for a cup of water, by law, you have to give it to them.
I mean, I get. Why would you say no? They want just a cup of water. I mean,
Right.
that dumb. All right.
But it's Arizona.
So my number one, and I think you're going to agree with this. I mean, the people should get in trouble for it, but again, your stupidity. I mean, you definitely should get in trouble. Passing a police enforced barricade, and you get stuck, you will be charged. It may cost you.
Of course you should.
Yeah.
You're dumb enough. It's like
But
Bill
you gotta make sure
Engvall.
you get through it because you'll be fucked.
It's like Bill Engvall said. You knew it was there. Here's your sign.
Yep, exactly. So, all right. So let's go over to the partner of South Carolina. Let's go to North Carolina.
Oh.
There's one on here that I hope it's your number one because it's my number one. I almost want to guarantee that to be your number one, but I don't know.
It's probably my number. To be honest, it's probably my number two. Two or number three.
Yeah, so I'm. This is another one too that knowing each other, I can see us going 5 for 5, but I know we won't because there's a lot of good ones.
Oh, there was brilliant ones here.
But I'm gonna go with the safe 3 today. I think 3 is gonna be.
And I know my brothers broke one of these. I know my brothers broke one of these.
All right. All right. I will start in North Carolina. Again, I just don't know. Well, when do you expect me to do this if I can't do it this time? It is illegal to rollerblade in the sun.
That's the one my brother broke.
So I'm supposed to rollerblade on a cloudy, foggy day at
Middle of
night.
the night.
I don't know. But yeah, my number 5 is rollerblading in the sun is illegal. You're number 5.
That. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Now this is. I'm gonna think of my number 5. I thought of this when I thought of this. I'm like, yeah, this could come back to because technically everything's after midnight. Right now is technically after midnight, but really, you would think that cemeteries would lock their gates. That's just me. But visiting the dead after midnight is illegal. I'm like, are you kidding me? That should be at least you should be at least we always say respect the dead. Oh.
That's my number 4 was visiting the dead after midnight is illegal. Again, I mean, I don't know why you would. I mean, but, yeah, I don't know. Yeah. All right, you're number 4.
Okay. I think when I saw this, I was like, are you kidding me? And there are places in Carolina, North Carolina, that this could possibly happen. North Charlotte being one of them. It's hilarious when I saw this. You know what makes things professional, right? You get paid for it. You make your living off of it. It's like
I know where you go with, and
I'm
I will put this one on there.
I don't know if I would want an amateur one of these, but I don't prescribe to the thought or the doctrine of this practice, but I don't know if I want to put my hands put my future or anything in the hands of an amateur. But in North Carolina, it's illegal to practice as a professional psychic or a fortune teller.
Yeah, I saw that. But being an amateur, you're okay.
Yeah. So basically, what are you taking, tips?
So if you want to make that your profession, you gotta move.
Right, South Carolina. Right?
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, if I'm not mistaken, I could ask Brian this, I think there was tattoo shops next to a fortune teller. I think.
All right. This one I would hate to be the receiving end on these phone calls, because in Forest City, North Carolina, requires you to call its town hall before coming in a car.
We've had this one before. I think this was West Virginia that we had this before.
We had something like that in West Virginia, in another town where you had to call or something and make an appointment. I don't know.
What do they want to make sure that somebody's open, so when they come in that they're not the only ones there?
I don't know. I don't know. You're number 3.
Well, I kind of hinted at it at your number 5 that this was a law my brother's broken. So C2C, my number 3 is your number 5. I know my brother's rollerbladed in North Carolina, probably in Jacksonville, and probably on the military base during a nice sunny day.
What else are you supposed to rollerblade? With a flashlight? I mean,
who knows? I don't know. During a hurricane, I don't know. No clue.
So I brought up bingo earlier in another state. So in North Carolina, bingo games cannot be more than 5 hours long. Nor can they serve alcohol.
Who in the hell's playing? I mean, it better have alcohol if I'm playing for 5 hours.
Yep. Hey, speaking of bingo, Tim, I got a quick joke for you. Have you ever heard of an elderly woman swear?
Yeah, funny at times at a bingo game.
Yeah, all you gotta do is yell bingo.
Oh God, yeah. That's not a joke when it's facts.
No, exactly. All right. All right, you're number 2.
My number 2. I'm hoping this is your number 1 at this point. My number 2, and there's this. I'm trying to be so nice as possible. And first of all, I want to know who brought them over to the United States. The way you're looking at me is going, you didn't take it. That's not the one I got. But who's bringing elephants to the United States? Just period. Who's bringing elephants to the United States? I understand that that's a joke for another day. But it's illegal for elephants to be used to plow cotton fields.
No, that's not my number 1, and it would be up there if it was. I must have missed that one. But here, my number 1, and again, we talked about this in another state a different way, but if you and a woman or whatever check into a hotel and claim that you are married, by law, you are married.
I saw that one.
How do you get out of that one?
Saw that one. That's just like,
well, where'd you guys get married at? At a hotel? What? We said we were married, so now we're married.
At the Super 8 in south of the border.
Yeah.
God. Have you ever been to south of the border, North Carolina?
No.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, that place is weird.
All right, what is your number one? I thought for sure that I'd been up there.
You know, you know how many? You know, we're from the Midwest, right?
Yep.
And this happens pretty regularly every day. It's almost like a little national holiday for people between, I want to say, the hours of, I could be wrong in the times. I'm just remembering where I work.
Oh, I know where you're going. I saw this one.
Between 4 and 6 or 5 and 8. My mom's called it. It's weird as when my mom calls it beer 30. It kind of scares me. But Midwesterners really love this time of day.
Oh,
it usually takes place right after the hour, right after work, and a lot of people don't really. And the funny thing is, it says it's an hour, and it's never an hour. It's usually 2, 3, when it's done, whenever they decide to just cancel it. But happy hour is illegal in the state of North Carolina. You son of a bitches.
Yeah, I don't get it. I saw that one too, and I was just like, really?
That's where most bars make most of their money during the week.
Yep, exactly. All right, so we're on to Georgia. We got 2 that time. So, yeah, so we're on Georgia. Some dumb ones. I don't know. I'm saying a couple. I'll say 2.
2. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I think
another one I can see you have it on the list. But
2. I think 2 is possible.
Yeah.
There was this one county that kept showing up, and I'd like to smack the snot out of them if I ever saw myself in that county. I've probably driven through that county a couple times.
All right, so we're in Georgia. Go to number 5.
All right. Okay, when I go to a fair, normally there's a lot of these. There's a lot of noise. It's noisy. It's always noisy. Fairs are always noisy. They're always loud. And they're disturbing sounds. But I want to go to Athens, Clark County. I want to see a fair in Athens, Clark County. I got to say this 3 more times. So because I've got this county on my list 3 times. So it's just about to begin with. It's illegal to make a disturbing sound at a fair in this county. Every sound at a fair is a disturbing sound.
But are they saying that it's okay for the fair to do it, or
no? You can't make a disturbing sound at a fair. You can't.
But what I'm saying is, does that mean the people that are walking around can't make a disturbing sound?
It didn't say.
Okay, all right. Anybody in Georgia, let us know, especially in that county.
Yeah.
My number 5 in Georgia.
Gotta love Georgia.
Yep, exactly, especially for this one. If you got a pet donkey, you can't keep it in the bathtub.
I saw that one. I got to know.
I don't know what it is with the South and some of these bathtubs that keeping pets in there, but okay.
Well, since you were nice enough to bring up donkey in number 5, we're gonna go back to my favorite county in Georgia, in Athens, Clark County. They must have a lot of they must have big problems with Georgia and in this county alone with donkeys and mules. But owners of mules may not allow their mules to roam around unsupervised. What happens? Okay, do you put a GPS on them and then they're unsupervised, or you put like a GoPro on them and then they're supervised again? I don't get the problem. I don't understand why they have a problem with that.
I don't know. All right. So my number 4, I don't know why you have to make this a law. One of the things is typically it's one of the first items you buy. Well, especially for that season, but you buy one, and then maybe you buy another one because it's bigger or something. But they have a law in Georgia. You must own a rake.
Yeah. I don't know
Why
why.
you gotta make that law?
I don't know. I don't.
And
Why?
the thing is, if it is a true law and still legit, just think of the money you could charge people to buy a
Oh,
rake because
yeah.
you have to have one.
Right, exactly. It's like the moment you buy your house in Georgia that they hand you a rake.
Yeah.
It's like the
But
welcome
just
wagon.
think, your rake breaks or something, you have to have one.
Oh
So
yeah, you have to
you can
stop what
charge
you're doing
top
to buy a
dollar
rake.
for them, and you have to buy one.
Yeah.
All right, you're number 3. We're at.
My number 3. Well, we'll go back to my favorite county again,
All right.
Athens, Clarke County. Now, I'm more disappointed that more of these don't sell this, but I don't understand why you have. I kind of figured it was kind of given, but in Athens, Clarke County, this will be the last time I get to say this county, so I'm going to be happy. Adult bookstores may not sell alcohol. I'm sorry. I've been to a lot of adult bookstores and adult shops. I think it'd be a better place if they served alcohol.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a Four Bros question.
Yeah, exactly. So my number 3. Oh boy, this is a doozy because I just broke the law by saying it. In Georgia, you cannot say "oh boy."
Oh boy, why?
I don't know.
Is it dadgum? I don't know.
Something about something that it meant something back in the day. So yeah, you can't say
Oh
"oh
yeah,
boy."
it did. Oh yeah, you don't do that. You don't say that to a black person. Oh boy.
Yeah. Oh boy.
oh
Oh boy. All right.
boy.
All right. Oh boy.
Oh
All
boy.
right. You're number 2. Oh boy.
Oh boy. It's not C2C unless we're sniping.
Ooh, which one did I get you at?
Oh boy. I didn't think you were going to get this one, and when I put it at number 2, I think I'm going to have this one all day by myself. All citizens must own a rake. Oh boy, I couldn't believe when you had that.
Yeah. God. Oh boy. Yeah.
Oh boy. We're never going to be allowed in Georgia just by at all.
All right, my number 2. Again, I don't know why they specifically can't do the stuff on Sundays, but Sundays you cannot cut off a chicken's head.
I didn't even see that one. But how? Okay. All right. I gotta. Okay. I want to say it too.
Oh boy.
Exactly. Wow. Why?
Yeah. I don't know. What I mean. I get it. Back in the day, Sundays was the bail the day and stuff, but yeah,
That makes
yeah, exactly. You're number 1.
my number 1. First of all, if you want to live on a boat for 30 days, go for it.
Yeah.
I just that's comfortable, but that means you can't live in a houseboat. It's like you cannot live on a boat for more than 30 days during a calendar year, even if you're passing through the state.
What?
Exactly. There are a lot of houseboats, and there's a lot of rivers and a lot of lakes in Georgia. And how you're telling somebody that they can't live in a houseboat for 30 days if they've got the
calendar year
in a calendar year. So in 365 days, you cannot space out 30 days. Take that back. 31 days because you can stay 30 days, but you can't say 31.
Well, what if you could throw throw February in there? That's only 28 days.
Yeah, but you don't. But the thing is, it doesn't even matter. You can do a week in January, a week in February, a week in March, a week in July. That right there is 28 days. And you do a week in August, you're broke the law.
Yep. All right. So in Georgia, I mean, I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen a person have a pet of this. And I don't know there was that many in Georgia to be a pet. And I don't know where you would store this pet. But you cannot tie a giraffe to a street lamp or a telephone pole.
I didn't understand it. I didn't. Who in the world's got a giraffe in
Well,
Georgia?
Michael Jackson probably, but
He lived in California.
well, exactly. But I just don't get it. Georgia just is Georgia, I guess. So. All right, so we got one. I mean,
it was one I wasn't expecting, to be honest.
yeah. So I figured you had the draft one. I thought for sure that one was. All right, so we're going to Vermont as our last state, and then we got our list to break down.
Okay.
So Vermont. Oh, I don't know. I can see us going 0-4, but I'll do 2.
One, two, three. Yeah, 2. 3 is possible, but 2.
Yeah, 3 is possible. And I'm going to start off with 1 because I want to ask the question: how would a person know this? 2, how would you do this? Because I think it's impossible. But number 5 in Vermont, and if anybody's watching from Vermont or knows somebody in Vermont that can send this to them and get in contact with us, we'll see if it's been done.
Yeah.
But it is against the law to whistle while you're underwater.
Oh, I saw that one. I saw that one. It took me 20 minutes to logistically try to figure that one out.
Exactly. I'm still trying to figure it out. So again, anybody in Vermont,
I want to see
if you trying to whistle underwater, I mean, reach out to us.
I think I've tried to whistle underwater, but I've never succeeded.
Yeah, I don't know. So you're number 5.
We had a state earlier where we couldn't have sex in a freezer. That's legitimate. I can understand that. And then I know people that have gone hunting for these birds. So it would be logistically, it'd be logical to put them in a freezer, but it is illegal to put doves into the freezer. My grandfather has put doves in a freezer before after he's killed them.
Yeah.
Do they have to be? What if they're alive? Do they got to be? Are we talking live pigeon or doves? Or are we talking dead pigeon? Why do I want to keep bringing up pigeons?
I don't know.
That makes no sense.
My number 4. I don't know why. I guess it could be humane. I don't know why, but in Vermont, you cannot paint your horse.
Did they like the Wizard of Oz?
I don't know. Can't paint the horse, of course. So you're number 4.
I think we had this in another state.
Uh-oh.
I think it had to be Sunday, but you had to get permission from a doctor. But you had to do it. And the thing is, everybody in the city had to do this on a Sunday night, but you couldn't do it unless you had permission from a doctor.
I know where you're going with.
Which is crazy. In the city of Bear, I think all residents are required to take a bath on every Saturday night.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Are they taking? Okay, my question is, people like to go out to drink and go out to party, go to a party,
Yeah.
go relax, go think with friends. Are they taking that bath before or after?
Yeah, I don't know.
And it's got to be a bath, or it's got to be, or can it be a shower?
Yeah. My number 3. This is going to be one of those why. I mean, it's definitely a 4-bro comment topic. So, J-Mac, if you're listening, we got some topics for you. My number 3. You cannot undress in public, but there's a but.
There's always a
You can leave your house naked.
It's Vermont. Why? Why? Vermont. This is hillbilly attitude, man. I could understand this if it's West Virginia, Kentucky, Tennessee, South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, Mississippi, and hell, even Louisiana. I think more like Louisiana.
Yeah. So you can't be undressed in public, but if you leave the house, you can definitely stay naked.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you're number 3.
My number 3. It's not C2C unless we're sniping.
Ooh, where did I get you at?
What number was that? My number 3. We're on number. You just did number 3, right?
I did my number 3. Yeah, you're on number 3.
All right. All right. My number 3 is your number 4. I legitimately saw that and I went, "You've got to be kidding me! Who is dumb enough to paint their horse?
Yeah.
Why would you do it? Why? That's Peter would look at that and just go, why? What?
Yep.
Why? It's like tattooing your horse. Why would you paint your horse? At least you can wash the paint off. A tattoo, it's there permanently.
Yep. Well, not C2C unless you're sniping. You said it at 5. I'm saying at number 2. You cannot put doves in the freezer. They say right there too when I was reading it, gotta eat them quickly. So I don't know. You're number 2.
Oh, we haven't bashed enough wives today, so we're gonna go ahead and just be misogynistic. I saw this and thought this was number 1 until I saw my number 1.
Uh-oh.
I saw this. This was brilliant. I'm not asking. My wife doesn't need a letter of permission from me. But if my wife wants false teeth, she can go ahead and get them. She doesn't need my letter of permission. But in Vermont, the wife needs a letter of permission from her husband to get false teeth. Thank you. Why? I don't know.
Well, my number 1 is your number 2. I can't wait to see what your number 1 is, but yeah, wife must get a husband's written letter of permission to get false teeth. Again, why? And again, my wife needs false teeth, and wherever, go ahead, go get them. I don't care. All right, you're number 1 because I thought for sure that was if we hit it, that was going to be it. So you're number 1.
My number 1. It's not C2C unless we're sniping. I want to logistically know how this can be done. I want a video of somebody trying to do this, and I want to see the police officer try to arrest this person while he tries to do this without drowning. It is against the law to whistle underwater. My number 1 is your number 5. I saw that and I went, the dude's going to drown first.
Well, yeah, I don't get it. 4 out of 5. Yeah, that was a good one there. Yeah, so
it's crazy. Vermont didn't disappoint. Actually, Vermont is kind of crazy. I figured Vermont we were going to have, with it being one of the original 13, I figured they were going to have a lot more still in the books, but they really got away from a bunch.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to tie it up here. Again, one of our mega hours because we missed last week, but we're going to tie it in with 10 famous U.S. landmarks to visit.
We're going to tie it up with something that doesn't make any connection with the rest.
Well, yeah, exactly. But we're talking states, so why not? So these are listed. I don't think they're in order, in a specific order, I guess. But the website is tripadvisor.com.
I've been there. Okay. I've been on that site.
10, I think this is in Chicago. It's the iconic Cloud Gate.
Where?
In Chicago.
Never been. No, I've been to Chicago.
No, I've been in Chicago, but yeah. So at number 9, Belmore Estates, the home of George Washington. So
where's that at?
Vanderbilt.
It's at Vanderbilt?
Let me see. I'm just seeing if it says it here. Vanderbilt Hall. Yeah, it must be the square foot estate carries a privately owned house in the U.S. It gives visitors a feel for life American. I love, George Vanderbilt Library, I guess. So.
Wow.
Number 7 or 8 on this list is the Brooklyn Bridge. We're supposed to get that. From the night view, it looks pretty nice.
I think I've seen it. I think I was on a plane.
At number 7, the Statue of Liberty.
Still didn't see that either.
I thought not. Yeah. Number 6, the Empire State Building.
Wow, can we stay out of New York at this point? Holy, didn't see that either.
In Arizona,
Nope.
number 5, the USS Arizona Memorial.
Okay.
Number 4, Grand Central Terminal.
New York again.
Yep. Something I do want to see on number 3 here, the Lincoln Memorial.
I've seen it. I've never been on the steps, but I saw it in passing on a car.
Number 2, the Golden Gate Bridge.
Again, I haven't hit California.
Yep. Number 1, Alcatraz Island.
Again, not California.
Yeah.
I want to see
that was just pretty good. I mean, definitely a lot of things to see. I think if you're in New York, definitely you're going to go see the Trade Center Memorial. I think that's the one that you're going to test out. I mean, of course, you got the Grand Canyon, which I still have yet to see. Mount Rushmore, I still would like to see.
Yeah, I haven't seen either. I saw the Grand Canyon when I was on my way to Vegas.
Yeah,
I was in an airplane, so I saw it from 5 miles up, and it still looks big. It's crazy.
Yep. So yeah, I think I mean the Golden Gate Bridge and the Brooklyn Bridge. I mean, are they really that? I mean, they're long, and I get that part, but
I have a fear of bridges, so I was on the Mackinac Bridge, and if you've been on that thing is terror for me. I've been on it 3, 4 times, 4 or 5 times.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, there's definitely some, Alcatraz Island's definitely something I'd go see.
I'd go see Alcatraz. I think Alcatraz would be cool. I saw the Washington Monument.
Yep.
That's a trip. I saw the Pentagon. Actually, I'm one of the few people in my family. The other people were in the car. We were going to my dad's. We were going to my dad's memorial service at Arlington, a place that I think everybody needs to see.
Yeah, and not play football on there.
Huh?
And not to play football, as somebody did.
No. But I've seen the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. But it was crazy because our GPS sucked, and I'm sitting here going, okay, I got to take this road here. I found my way in Georgetown. I don't understand how I did that, but I got off the road on the way on the way to the Arlington, and I took a road off, and there was the Pentagon. I've seen all 5 sides of the Pentagon driving around it. I did it a couple times. The Smithsonian. I think people. I didn't see the Smithsonian, but there's 23 museums in the Smithsonian.
Okay.
What else should people go see? I didn't go to. I was in Philadelphia, but I didn't see the Liberty Bell. I've never been to Boston, so I can't say I've been to the Continental. I haven't been anywhere.
I mean, definitely those places like Graceland and Dolly World, or whatever she calls it. There's definitely those places. You got to get out.
Arch.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to think of what they called that. Yeah, the Arch. The restaurant that turns up is, I think, in Seattle.
Yeah, that's Seattle. I've never been there. I've been. I know Adam. I know Adam and his wife and his family are out in Vegas right now.
Oh, they're home now.
Well, they're home now.
Nope, they're home.
I did the Strip. I did the Venetian. I've done the stuff out there.
Yep.
I'd like to have gone to see Hoover Dam. That would have been cool.
Yeah.
What else? What would have been cool to go see? I like the Space Needle and like you said, in Seattle.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of places. The Jefferson Memorial.
Yeah.
In Washington. Monticello wouldn't be too bad. Jefferson's home.
Exactly. If you get to go and check out some homes, I think where the Jackson 5 was raised, I think that's a place to go visit.
Yeah, that's in Gary. I know that's in Gary.
Yeah. So
I know Tom Petty's is in Gainesville.
Yep. So definitely
Jimi Hendrix is in Seattle.
Yeah. So, well, with that being said, Tim, final thoughts.
I enjoy these. It's just, some days when we do this list, I feel a lot smarter for some reason. and then I get that nice cold slap of reality come Sunday when I can't pick a football game.
Yeah, that was tough this week.
Well, to me, it wasn't that bad. I went 12-4. I didn't mind it, but I really wish the Vikings would have let me be 13-3. But you're going to hate my wife. She took the Bears, so there was somebody out there that took Chicago besides mess around. But
Yeah,
we all know smack around is too busy having naps, and he probably had his nap well in before that game started. But we've got those morning tailgate again with me, Bacon, Big Game James, and if anybody got a chance to watch it this last Monday, Big B was doing his impersonation of a broken drive-through speaker. And if anybody listened to Big Game James on Sunday, his holdout is over. He got his Butterfingers, but he says he's going to still be a little vaguely irritated. I think it's because he's a Raiders fan, but that's just me.
So with that being said, just keep checking out C2C all week long. Got some shows coming. Entertainment Hour this week. Four Bros. I know they're revamping it. I don't know if we changed the name or not, but Sports Minute tonight. Definitely going to talk about a topic that was brought up in the chat. How teams can't win in their bye week, but I don't get it. But morning tailgate again, and kicking it. Hopefully returns this week. So
that should be our one tough question on morning tailgate.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right. With that being said, we'll see you all next week on C2C Rankem. Have a good one.